In today's video, we're going to be talking about another tag grading controversy. Alright, so we're back on Reddit, where else, and we're going to be checking out this post here. And I really didn't read through the details of this post, so we're just going to react to it together, I guess. But as you can see here, we have a post that says, tag possibly stealing cards, what's going on here? And we're going to read through the details together here. So, someone said, tag lost my cards, canceled my order, and is paying me 50% of my card's raw value. Shipped 2 orders in the same box, arrived 318, order 1 express is still pending receipt, order 2 value bulk was received 321. If they were in the same box, how did they receive the bulk order and not the express order? So I reach out every way possible for a month, and they finally email me back today saying my package was tampered with and all the cards are missing. How did they mark my bulk order received over a month ago if the cards were missing from the box? Makes no sense. TCG raw value is just under 4K. These cards all had 10 potential, which would easily put them 15K plus, but they're going to send me a check for 2K, which they claim is the insured value, which is 50% of raw value. This isn't okay, and nobody from Tag will actually talk and help. Alright, so before we have people just go into the comments and say, this is bias, you're about to just rip into Tag. No, I think there's things on both sides here that could be talked about. So the first little part there where they're talking about Tag paying them 50% of the card's raw value. What I'm curious to know, and I'm sure we can maybe figure out later on in the post here, what tier did you submit them at and what was the insurance on that tier? Because if they're paying the max insurance per tier, then obviously you were aware of the max insured value, basically. I'm assuming, right? We haven't read to the details yet. We'll get there. We're going to go to the next point now, where the order arrived and they marked the one as pending or received or whatever, and the other one was pending. Then they finally emailed and said we don't have them or whatever. So they knew the package was tampered with and they still marked it as received. Yeah, that's not making much sense to me at all. That's totally on Tag's end there. I don't understand. Maybe, there's so many details we don't know. Maybe the box was cut open. They got the one and the other one got lost. We don't know. I would assume in this scenario, though, that if they're saying the box was tampered with, it was most likely someone in the mail that was stealing the cards. We've been seeing more posts about that recently, and that seems to be something that's picking up, is mail carriers cutting open packages of cards and taking them out and stealing them. Another thing that's on Tag here is for not responding. We know that Tag's under a lot right now. They're backlogged. They have a lot of submissions coming in, but to not respond to someone for a month about missing cards is kind of crazy, especially of that value. It's definitely going to impact someone's grading experience and make them maybe consider a different company. But yeah, the thing I'm most curious about is this insurance. I want to understand this more. Hopefully they put the details in. I want to see if maybe they submitted at $200 per card's the max insurance. I don't know. Let's go to the next thing here and see if we can figure it out. So that's the same post. Let's see. Order ID. 5-day order, 75 per card. So they responded here. They posted the response. Tag's response says, we're reaching out on behalf of Tag customer service regarding order blah 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 and blah blah blah, which following an internal inquiry is believed to be an issue of a package received by our team as tampered and had arrived to our facility missing its contents. As your order is protected with Tag Assure Basic Protection and Premium Insurance, our team has initiated a refund for the grading fees of those orders and will be issuing compensation in form of a check for 2,000 USD representing the full insured amount associated with these orders. This check should ship within the week ahead, and you will receive an email from FedEx directly with your tracking number when this check ships from Tag. We apologize for this delay and this issue. We have to take care of the sensitive situation as soon as possible. So, props to Tag here for responding and actually, acknowledging that this person's contents were missing and they mailed him a check. The thing that I want to see more about here, and I'm going to see if I can figure it out somehow, is the insurance tiers. They submitted at $75 per card. So we're going to look into this a little bit, and I'm going to do a little research and probably just pop it up on screen here. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead, we're going to read some of the cards here. Pikachu with gray felt hat was one of them. Dragonite V, alternate art. Umbreon GX, Rayquaza V, Giratina V-Star. So a lot of alternate art cards, a lot of expensive cards, as you can see. You can probably barely see it. I'm having to look pretty hard to see it. But, you know, multiple hundreds of dollars in cards there. And yeah, this is just an unfortunate thing to see. Alright guys, so I went ahead here and I found the insurance options for tag grading. As you can see, we have the Tag Assure Basic Plan, Tag Assure Advanced Protection, and we have Tags Premium Protection. And if we go back here and we check this again, it said that this person had purchased Tag Assure Basic Protection and Premium Insurance. So I'm sure obviously the Premium was for the higher tiered one and the Basic was for the lower one that they sent in. We can see here with Tags Premium Protection that this person covers orders fully up to values of 2.5, 5K, or 10K. Now, what I'm not sure is how they determine 2.5, 5, or 10, because it says that this person purchased the Premium Protection, but they only cut them a $2,000 check, and that's for both orders. That is for 2 orders, right? Or are they not counting the first one because they received it? But did they actually receive it? Let's recheck on that. Alright, so as you can see here, it says that the package was tampered with and all cards are missing. So we're going to assume that means both submissions are gone. Now, before I just start, you know, jumping the gun here and laying into Tag, because I don't fully, you know, I've never graded with Tag, I don't fully understand the insurance and how they calculate things. But I, you know, just from, you know, a 10,000 foot view here, 2.55 or 10K, how is this person's order not covered if they purchase the Premium Protection like it says in the email? That you can clearly read that they're cut a $2,000 check for the missing cards. And even if you were to look at, you know, the few of the cards right here, even if you were to add up just the first few and just, you know, we got what, 340, 269, 240, you know, that's a lot of money right there. That is far exceeding that $2,000 check. So how is Tag only going to offer this person half of the value back on their submission? The 2.55 or 10K are options here. Are those things that have to be selected? I don't know. We'd need more information from the submitter here to understand, you know, do you have to select one of the 3, or is that just a very large range that they give you? Either way, they got less than any of the 3 ranges that are listed. So let's go ahead and let's actually click on this and see what it gives us here. So Premium Insurance, depending on which one they click, 2,500 is $50, 5,000 is $95, and 10 grand is $190 to insure. So either way, at the lowest, if they purchase the Premium Insurance, they should be getting cut a check for 2.5K, plus all of the other cards that they had insurance on. They had the Basic Insurance. That for the whole lot alone should be, what, $100 to $500 for the group of cards, I think it was? I'm not understanding here how it's only $2,000. I'm going to have to agree with the submitter on this one. The insurance there isn't making much sense to me. And you can see for 2K, they will claim is the insured value, which is 50% raw value. But right here, Premium Insurance, we can see, which it clearly states that they purchased in the email that they got from Tag. It says, as your order is protected with Tag Assure Basic Protection and Premium Insurance, our team has initiated a refund. Premium Insurance. Premium Insurance is here. One of these 3. Obviously, they probably purchased the $50 one, so how's it only I just don't understand how it's a $2,000 check. This does not look good on Tag's end. Again, there could be more details that we're missing out. I'm not going to completely lay into Tag and blame this completely on them, but it just seems a little weird with this insurance and how this is working. And again, this isn't just Tag. I've said this before with other companies. If cards go missing in the mail, if things go wrong, first off, you better hope you selected the right insurance tier, because that's what you're getting paid. Also, you're going to have to fight with companies when it comes to missing cards, because they're not going to want to pay you the full value of the card. I've said this before in previous videos. Some of it, they'll be like, well, market value's this. You know, what technically determines market value? What tool are they using to determine that? And everyone likes to use their own different and unique things to price cards. So obviously there's problems when it comes to that. But I don't know. This does not seem like a very good situation. This is a very unfortunate situation for the submitter, losing all of this value in cards. I'm glad to see Tag at least responded and they are giving this person money. However, I still don't understand how it's only a $2,000 check for 2 different orders. And, you know, maybe I'm wrong and maybe I misunderstood and they did get the bulk one, but it said all cards were missing and the package was tampered with. I don't understand how they're not getting more than a $2,000 check when they purchased the premium insurance. Doesn't make much sense to me, but yeah, you guys let me know what you think down in the comment section. Leave your opinions. If you have more information for me, if you've graded with tag, please inform me about the insurance, how it works and everything. Do you think that this person is getting a fair check or no? Please let me know. Again, this isn't a hate video towards tag. I know some people get upset when I make videos like this. I just want to hear people's opinions. I want to put this out there and see what people think. This isn't me dunking on tag. I think tag slabs are cool. I think they have a lot of potential. I really like the slabs. They really show off the features of the cards. But there's some things that they got to work out, and I don't know. This doesn't seem good, but yeah, let me know what you guys think. And if you haven't already, go ahead and join our Discord where we talk about things like this frequently, including all the best new sets and news, things like that. We have channels for TCG Pocket, Pokemon predictions, everything that you can possibly think of. If you haven't joined already, I don't know what you're doing. That's going to be all for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you please like, comment, subscribe, anything helps, and I'll see you on the next one.